Beneath Hollywood's glimmering surface, behind the carefully crafted red carpet smiles and polished Instagram filters, lies a sobering reality. Da-da-da. It's a world where beauty is currency and youth is power, a relentless machine that demands flawlessness. At any cost, in this shadowy space, the fear of aging collides with impossible standards. And for many celebrities, the scalpel has become both a savior and a curse. The desire to stay relevant, adored, and camera-ready pushes stars beyond vanity and into obsession. For some, plastic surgery offered fleeting confidence. For others, it stole everything. These are not just tales of cosmetic procedures gone wrong. They are stories of ambition, desperation, shattered identities, and the high price of chasing an illusion. These are the 13 plastic surgery disasters that changed lives forever, stories carved into skin, etched into memory, and whispered across Hollywood's gilded halls. Tara Reid once embodied the all-American dream. She was the bubbly blonde with the megawatt smile who lit up screens in American Pie and Van Wilder. At her peak, she was everywhere: magazines, red carpets, late-night talk shows. But in 2004, that all changed. A routine breast augmentation turned into a nightmare when the implants were placed unevenly. Worse yet, a body contouring procedure left her abdomen wrinkled, misshapen, and visibly scarred. The paparazzi didn't need a scandal to hound her. They had her post-op bikini photos. The humiliation was relentless. Casting calls dried up, roles vanished, and the headlines that once praised her charm now mocked her for a body she never meant to destroy. Tara had sought a little boost away to keep up in an industry obsessed with perfection. Instead, she became a cautionary tale of how quickly Hollywood turns on its own. Donatella Versace never chased the limelight. She inherited it. As the sister of the iconic Gianni Versace, she stepped into a role few could handle: creative visionary, fashion powerhouse, and public figure. But over the years, her appearance began to overshadow her achievements. Her once natural beauty was slowly replaced by a porcelain mask skin, plumped lips, and an ever-shining glow that critics attributed to repeated Botox injections and multiple facelifts. Donatella has never confirmed the extent of her procedures, but the change is undeniable. Her face became emblematic of high fashion's pressure to remain ageless. Living portrait of the toll that glamour extracts behind closed doors. Today, she remains at the helm of a global empire, but her visage is a stark reminder that even icons are not immune to the industry's cruel mirror. Simon, infamous for his razor-sharp critiques on American Idol and X Factor, always had a reputation for calling out the truth, no matter how brutal. But when his own reflection began to change, he wasn't so quick to address it. Slowly, fans noticed that his signature expressions were vanishing. His face appeared stretched, frozen, unfamiliar. Eventually, Coel admitted to Botox and even undergoing a facelift. The irony was sharp. The man who built his empire on authenticity had become almost unrecognizable. For Simon, the pursuit wasn't vanity. It was preservation. But in the attempt to stay youthful, he faced the same fate as many stars before him. A face altered so much, it confused the audience who once trusted his honesty. Janice Dickinson, once hailed as the world's first supermodel, lived for the spotlight. But as time marched on, so did her desire to reverse it. She underwent liposuction, facelifts, breast implants, Botox, anything that promised eternal youth. But the cost wasn't just monetary. One botched surgery landed her on the TV show Botched, her once glamorous image reduced to a cautionary tale. By 2013, the surgeries and mounting medical bills forced her into bankruptcy. What had started as an effort to stay relevant in a youth-obsessed industry had left her financially and emotionally broken. Her legacy, once defined by the catwalk, became entwined with needles and scalpels. Heidi Montag's transformation wasn't. Gradual, it was catastrophic. At just 23 years old, the Hills star underwent 10 plastic surgeries in a single day. Chin reduction, breast enhancement, liposuction, eyebrow lifts, 16-hour odyssey on the operating table. What was meant to launch her into A-list stardom nearly ended her life. Post-surgery, she battled chronic pain, mental anguish, and a devastating realization: She never needed any of it. Today, Heidi speaks openly about her regrets, warning others about the dangers of cosmetic shortcuts. Her story is less about beauty and more about the industry's ability to convince even the young it's beautiful that they're not enough. In Russia, Julia Tereshevich was once admired for her beauty. As a pageant queen, her face was her fortune. But a pair of seemingly simple procedures, eyelid surgery and liposuction, left her disfigured. Swollen cheeks, a frozen expression, and the haunting inability to fully close her eyes. Doctors blamed a rare autoimmune reaction. Julia blamed negligence. Her dreams crumbled. Her confidence vanished. And the woman once celebrated for grace was left fighting just to be seen as human again. Lin May, a legend in Latin American entertainment, entrusted the wrong hands. Seeking to fix a minor issue, she was injected with baby oil by a person masquerading as a medical professional. The results were horrifying. Her face became grotesquely distorted. No amount of corrective surgeries could undo the damage. Face, once cherished on screen, became a symbol of misplaced trust and irreversible damage. Carol Bryan's journey is one of unspeakable pain. After receiving a mixture of silicone and fillers in her forehead, her appearance warped. Her features collapsed under the weight of the injections. Isolated and ashamed, Carol retreated from the world. During reconstructive surgery, she lost vision in one eye and endured over a dozen additional procedures just to resemble her former self. At her lowest, she contemplated ending her life. Today, Carol uses her voice to warn others. Do your research. Ask questions, because one wrong injection can alter your life forever. Tara Jane McConaughey wanted to become a living Barbie doll. An Australian nurse with a passion for transformation, she spent over $200,000 on surgeries: 5 breast augmentations, 6 nose jobs, cheek fillers, lip enhancements, and endless Botox. Even when doctors warned her to stop, she pursued a 15C breast size. Her body became a billboard. Her identity, a product. But behind the filters and tight skin lies a haunting truth. When the line between self-expression and self-destruction blurs, even the extreme becomes normalized. Pete Burns was more than a singer, he was a performance. As the lead vocalist of Dead or Alive, he fused art and identity into a constantly shifting form. But in chasing that form, he underwent nearly 300 cosmetic procedures. Every surgery came with risk. Many led to infections, hospitalizations, and complications. For Pete, it wasn't about vanity, it was about transformation, reinvention. But the toll was brutal. His body bore the scars of every tweak. His legacy became a cautionary melody about the price of aesthetic reinvention. Dennis Avener, better known as Stalking Cat, didn't seek beauty, he sought identity. A veteran inspired by Native American beliefs and feline spirituality, Dennis underwent 14 surgeries to resemble a tiger. Whiskers, ear reshaping, dental implants, even a mechanical tail.
Ow.
His appearance became infamous. But as he transformed, society distanced itself. He was celebrated by fringe communities, but largely rejected by the mainstream. In 2012, isolated and battling depression, Dennis took his own life. His story raises a chilling question. What happens when your reflection no longer matches your allure, when the world no longer sees you as human? April Michelle Brown believed she was enhancing her body. She thought she was receiving legal butt injections. Instead, it was industrial-grade silicone, normally used for construction. The injection site became infected. Her limbs swelled. The infection spread. To save her life, doctors amputated both her arms and legs. 27 surgeries later, April emerged a survivor, a warrior. She now travels the country sharing her story, begging others not to seek beauty in back alleys. Her smile is radiant, but behind it lies agony, a message the world must hear. And then there's Barbara Eden, the exception. Born in 1931, she rose to fame as the magical genie in I Dream of Jeannie and never chased the knife. In an industry addicted to reinvention, she chose grace. She embraced age. Focused on self-care, health, and inner peace. Barbara remains, a rare gem, proof that not all stars fall. Aging doesn't need to be feared. That sometimes the most powerful statement is refusing to conform. These 13 stories reveal more than sagging skin or scars. They reveal a cultural crisis, an industry that celebrates perfection while punishing imperfection. A world where filters and fame convince even the most beautiful people that they're broken. Some of these individuals chased youth. Others chased reinvention. A few just wanted to stay relevant. But in the end, the knife didn't just reshape their faces, redefine their lives. So we're left to ask, is transformation worth the toll? How many dreams must be sacrificed on the altar of beauty? How many stars must fade before we stop equating wrinkles with weakness? Let us know what you think. Which of these stories hit you the hardest? Have we lost sight of what real beauty means in our obsession with staying young? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If these stories open your eyes to the hidden cost of fame, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell for more revealing stories from the darker side of Hollywood.